There's one simple thing that you can do to achieve profitability. Can you guess what it is? Hi everyone, welcome back to One CFO's channel. In today's video, we dive deep into the 7 key factors to consider when pricing your product or service to make money. As a business owner, you may find yourself asking, how should you price your product or service to achieve profitability and growth? Setting the right price for your product or service is one of the most complex decisions a business owner has to make. You don't want to price your product or service so high that customers will avoid it. On the other hand, you also don't want to price it too low, compromising profitability. The first consideration is your business goals. Is your goal to increase market share, maximize profit, create brand awareness, or be a trendsetter? Your goals affect how you price your product or service. For example, if you aim to increase your market share, you may lower prices to attract more customers and widen the customer base. The second consideration of pricing is the cost of production. Knowing your cost sets the baseline for pricing at the very minimum. After all, your price should always be higher than your costs if you want to profit. There are two kinds of costs to determine: fixed cost and variable cost. The direct cost of producing and delivering goods or services fall under variable costs, which change depending on how many products or services you sell. Variable costs change depending on how many products or services you sell. Let's take, for example, selling cookies. The variable costs for this product increase or decrease depending on the quantities produced. The variable costs in producing cookies are ingredients, packaging, delivery costs, usage-based utilities such as water and electricity, promotional activities such as discounts and commissions to resellers, salary of part-time employees, which can change depending on the volume and the need to hire. Variable costs are typically more directly influenced by production or sales volume changes, making them dynamic expenses that fluctuate as business activities change. Meanwhile, fixed costs remain stable regardless of how much a company produces or sells. These are usually overhead costs that are constantly recurring in your business, which may include rental fee of your office or store, salary of permanent employees, subscription fees for internet and other utilities, loan payments in case of borrowing funds, government permits and licenses. Once you have the total fixed and variable costs, divide the total cost by the number of products produced to get the cost per unit. After arriving at the cost per unit, the next question to ask yourself is, how much profit do I want to make? Always add a profit margin to determine your selling price. A good range for a profit margin is 20% to 50%, but consider the other pricing factors before choosing a certain percentage. Setting your profit margin too high without proper justification or research can make selling your products difficult. Once you determine the profit margin rate, calculate the selling price by adding the cost per unit plus the profit margin. Suppose your profit margin is 20% and the cost per unit is 250 pesos, you arrive at a selling price of 300 pesos. Identifying and understanding your target market is also crucial in determining the optimal price. Are they the type of people willing to splurge on a product, or are they the ones always on the lookout for the cheapest price in the market? Target market segmentation helps determine your value proposition, what will appeal to them, and their buying behavior. For example, a more affordable price should be an option if your target market is from low-income communities. Knowing your target customers also means choosing your position in the market. Market positioning means deciding what image you want your customers to perceive about your product. Do you want to be known as a luxury status symbol, or do you want to be known as a low-cost leader? Of course, market positions are not just limited to these two criteria. Remember that there are always buyers at different levels of product quality. Know how to position yourself and entice them with attractive product prices. Another factor to consider is competition. Assessing your competition's prices is also essential when pricing your product. Especially for new business owners, doing competition or market research can give you an idea of how much your target market will pay for similar products. Aside from keeping notes of product prices, look at any promos, introductory offers, and special inclusions your competitors have for their products. Knowing this will also be a good guide on the unique thing you can offer your customers to stand out. Aside from keeping tabs on product prices based on your competitors' data, consider how economic factors affect prices in your industry. For example, prices of raw materials tend to increase during inflation, which means evaluating the effect of the changes and if there's a need to raise prices. If you neglect to adapt to the economic changes, this can affect the business's survival. Pricing your product is more than just a one-time thing. Your product or service evolves over time, so repeatedly consider the different pricing factors to see how your pricing strategy can adapt to the changes as well. As pricing is a dynamic process, regular monitoring and evaluation of the pricing strategy ensure prices remain effective and competitive. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more empowering content. This is once again a video presented to you by One CFO, your partner in growth.